What's going on, people? How y'all doing today? I hope y'all are well. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about a lie Christians believe. Now, I don't want to hear no fuss, okay? I don't want to hear no yap talk. We can talk like civilized human beings. We can agree to disagree. I am more likely on your side. I am more likely for you than I'm against you. I just got some questions. Well, really some statements, because I didn't ask myself it 11 times. Let me tell you why. But before I tell you why, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Please. And thank you. I'm telling you why, because I was raised in the Christian church. Now, let me be more specific. I was raised in the Black Pentecostal Christian church. What's up, Robert Turner Jr.? How you be, man? Hope you're well. I was raised, tongue talking, Shana, fasting, and all of those things. That's my background. And to this day, I will still cut a step in my house by myself. And if you don't know what cut a step is, let me educate you. That's when you dance for Jesus. But what happened was in 2016, I ran into a wall and I had to figure out, excuse my French, what the fuck I was going to do, because I was losing my mind. I had my life, and then I had the life that was prescribed to me to live as an elder in the church. And let me tell you, I gave my life to Christ at 14. I started preaching at 15. I was pastoring by 21. And then I said, well, I'm too young to pastor. I resigned from pastoring, then joined someone's church and stayed there till I was 36 years old as an elder in the church. So I'm not just a sideline kind of person. I think I got a little bit of reason to be talking about this. But at any rate, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, comment, please. I'm going to be going live every day between 5 and 6 o'clock. And if I'm not going live, I'm going to be uploading a video. So just go ahead and get your schedules ready, because we're going to just talk. We're just going to have a conversation. Now, let me say this before I get started as well. I don't believe in tearing down anybody's belief. So this is truly a conversation. I am what they would call an omnist. I believe in belief. So I am not coming for the Christian church. I'm not coming for the Christian church. I just am trying to figure out some things, okay? All right. Here is the lie that Christians believe that tickles me. They believe that God and or the devil is going to help you or get you. Oh, Lord, I got shorts on. I can't scoot back too much. And let me tell you what I mean by that. Like, for example, someone would probably think, okay, he up here talking about the church. Oh, God gonna get him. He opening up portals to the devil. And I used to believe that too. I honestly believed that I was a devout elder in the church, a devout Pentecostal preacher. And I honestly believed I was one step away from God dropping the piano on my round head. I lie to you not. I felt like every day, you know how they be like, like new mercies every day? Well, that wasn't like a good thing. It was like, oh my God, I need some new grace. I need some new mercy, because without it, I'm just going to just F everything up. I just can't do it. Let me give you two examples. So the first example, and he's my friend, my dear friend, but I'm going to talk about him. I ain't going to call his name. I'm going to talk about him. And y'all feel free to comment if you agree or disagree. I am okay with either or. So it was his birthday yesterday, and on his story, he says, it's my birthday, da, 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 da. I don't deserve to see another year. Huh? You don't deserve to see another year. So I'm like, hold on, I done took it myself. So me, because I am everybody's cheerleader, and if you come on here every day between 5 and 6, as I upload or go live, you're gonna find out I'm gonna cheerlead for you too. I'm like, what you mean by you don't deserve to see another year? He talking about, God's grace and mercy. Why it got to be so dark? That's oh, let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all this. Now I'm gonna stay on topic. But you know what? Okay, let me say this too. I made a promise to myself. I'm gonna stop listening to these YouTube analytic peoples and just be myself. That means I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna dart from subject to subject, but follow me because I'm going somewhere. Speaking of follow me, like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell to be notified because I'm going live at 5, between 5 and 6. Anyway, so I'm sitting around with church family. I have I hang around Christians, okay? So that lets you know I'm not anti-Christian. And I asked them, I say, why do you serve God? Oh, because I don't want to go to hell. Okay. All right. Well, you don't want nothing bad to happen to you. And so about 15 minutes in, after I asked the 3 different people at the table, I said, so the only reason why you serve God is so it's like out of fear. And let's be honest, a lot of the preaching and teaching and doctrine that's pushed today is based out of fear. And let me tell you, that thing had a stronghold on me. And probably tomorrow, what I'm going to talk about is how I deconstruct it and how I am deconstructing. Because let me tell you, let me tell you how I caught myself going back to scare tactics and fear. Because and then I'm gonna tell you the opposite of the lie. So hold on, I'm going somewhere. If you watched my episode I dropped last week, I was talking about the decision I had to make whether I was going to stay in my townhouse or move. And I was treating this decision as if I made the wrong decision, it was going to just put in jeopardy my entire destiny and it was going to slow me down and it was just going to be bad. And I said, hold on a second. I didn't slip back into the whole, I got to seek God for his will for everything going on in my life. As if God is sitting with a calculator like, oh, you went to the Kroger? You should have went to Publix. You ain't following directions. Oh, you going to the movies? You should have been praying. Up, deduction. Oh, well, you prayed this morning. All right, add 60. Okay, well. Oh, you had an attitude at work? Up, deduction, 100. That is the underlining way most Christians live. They are scared of everything. I mean, scared of everything. Now, let me tell you this. After I deconstruct it, well, no, I ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna wait for it. We'll try to talk about this tomorrow. But let me say this. I don't think that God is against anyone on the face of the earth that we know right now. I 100% believe that God, let me say this. When I say God, I might not be talking about your God. Now, let's be clear. There is something out there, I believe in here, but just for context, out there that's bigger than you and I, that the English language told me the name of that something or somebody was God. But the reality is we don't know. We can believe, we can, no, that's it. Or not believe. We've heard something that we thought was God talk to us, but we don't know. I mean, let's just be honest. We don't know if there's a heaven or hell. And that's the beauty of it. And I wish sometimes the Christian church, and not just Christians and Muslims and all religions, could be more open to the ideal of simple belief without attaching it to so many things that dilute it. Because the reality is most of us, unless you're atheists, are walking around with a belief that there is something out there we've never met before. And that is powerful. And that something that we've never met before, it touches us and talks to us and leads us and loves us. To me, that speaks more of your power than the power of that something. Because what it says to me is that if you believe something strong enough, you can create a reality around it. Oh, did y'all hear that? Now, this ain't about Christian. Let me just say this real quick. If you believe something strong enough, you can create a reality around it. Let me give you an example from the Bible because I read it sometimes. Let's talk about adultery. Let's say if you commit adultery in your heart, if a man, what is it? If a man lusts after a woman in his heart, he's committed adultery. Why? Because you have the power in your internal mechanism system called belief to create reality before. Hey, let me say it like this. Well, let's go scientific. Let's go scientific. All right. If you imagine something in your mind, you can shoot off the that makes your body actually believe it's reality, which says to me that belief is the most powerful thing you have. Now, let me get back to the lie. All right, because I'm way off here. The second example that of scare tactics was the opposite example. I'm on TikTok, minding my business, and there's a TikTok of a guy like letting somebody have it because the lady said God spared your life. And he was like, God didn't spare my life. I had cancer in my stomach. I got my stomach removed and I juiced. If I did not do that, I would have died. I spared my life. I'm like, oh, now that's interesting because I believe what has happened is the Christian doctrine and religious doctrines has got us so dependent on this idea that God is running everything that we have not been good managers of our lives. And to be honest with you, to wrap yourself in that thought causes a blemish on God. Because when something doesn't go the way you want it to go, you blame God versus the most important person in the story, which is you. See, what I think about God right now, he don't get none of my blame. Nope. He gets my honor. But when it comes to why this didn't happen, oh Lord, I'm spilling wood everywhere. And what went wrong and all of this, I blame V. Terrell Hill. And I got a special cut. They didn't put this right because it's my logo, but they got it on the side. Oh Lord. Anyway, I blame V. Terrell Hill. And I see so many people day after day and week after week live lives that are underprivileged because they're waiting on God to do something, say something, and be something that was meant for them to do, meant for them to say, and meant for them to be. Whew. And let me say this. When I deconstructed and walked away, I cannot explain to you all the freedom that I have in my life right now. And I still pray. I still give. I still have devotion. But I am not interested in it. Like, don't come to me talking about God just trying to clean my bed. My bed ain't nobody's business. Who I sleep with, the words I use, what I drink, what I intake, who I hang with, I don't think God is concerned with. I think God is only concerned with making sure I do what's best for me. But God is not micromanaging me. And I want to set y'all free today because some of y'all been lied to. You want to start a bit. Oh, I'm about to choke. Now somebody go say, look, God got him. Some of y'all want to start a business and you're waiting on a sign from God. And if you ask me, the sign was when the idea came in your heart That was the sign from God. Let me say this. 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 Decision is divine. Y'all know the scripture where it says that I would rather you be hot or cold. If you're lukewarm, I'll spew you out of my mouth. You know why I believe that decision is divine? Because basically God was like, make a decision. No, not make the right decision, not make the best decision, but make a decision. I can work with you if you make a decision. And decision is divine. And I think God, y'all ain't gonna agree with me. I believe God backs any decision we make, whether it is hot or cold. He don't spew you out the mouth if you're hot. He don't spew you out of his mouth if you're cold. He only spews you out of his mouth when you're lukewarm. You know the other scripture, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. There is divinity in decision. And so at the moment you make up your mind to do something, that something becomes, in my opinion, a God something. The moment you make up your mind to start a business, to change careers, to relocate, to start a family, to choose a loved one, at the moment you make the decision, it's divine. Because God is not micromanaging you. Oh, I'm hot. I put this red sweater on, caught myself trying to look cute. Oh, I'm sweating up under here. Anyways, the whole point in this is to set you free. I want everyone to experience the freedom that I experienced. I went to counseling. I even was in counseling yesterday. I went to counseling. I accepted things about me that I hated, like my sexuality. I hated me because I loved God. And I was taught that if you're like me, God hates you. And I was so confused on the inside because I love God to this moment, to this day, to this millisecond, to this frame. I love him. But then my sexuality was all over the place. And the moment that I let go of some teachings and doctrines, I realized that I just wasn't praying because because I was made to pray. I realized that I pray now just because I want to pray. Like my relationship with God now is not attached to heaven or hell or right or wrong. I love God just because I love him. Because I ain't going to hell because I don't believe there is a hell. I serve God and I don't even believe in heaven and hell. I serve him because it's in me to serve him, because it's in my heart. I made a decision to serve God. When it comes to my sex life, who I have sex with and where I have sex and how I have sex, I don't make those decisions based because my pastor going to find out about me or my parents going to hear. No, because I tells all my business. I do it because it's in my heart to do what's right, not for the church, not for bystanders, not for my audience, not for my brand. I do what I do because it's right for me, which says to me that my relationship with God now is way more intimate than it ever was when I was Elder Vincent T. Hill in the church. The only thing I ask y'all to do today is just think about what I said. If God really loves you, he is not trying to hurt you. And even if you make the wrong decision for you, I believe that the universe spins in a way that will put you on the right track. Think about your life. Think about all the decisions. You haven't always made the right decisions, but you got on the right track. I'm on a venture. I'm on a journey of self-acceptance and self-actualization and self-expression. And I want y'all to come along with me. And we're going to do this together. And I'm going to come on here sometimes, It might piss you off, more than likely make you laugh, but I'm coming on here live at 5. Well, 5-ish, 5 between 6, because I got things to do, child. And I'm going to talk, and we're going to have a discussion, and we're going to grow together, and we're going to be family, and we're going to be friends. And, that's just that. All right, let me say this. If you are interested in going on a deconstruction journey, email me at info@vtrail. And I'm doing this live, and I don't have any special software yet and all that kind of stuff. So you just have to remember it's info@vterrellhill.com. Matter of fact, I'll put this in the write-up as soon as we come off live and put in the subject line deconstruction. And I'll give you a free 30-minute consultation. And I'm telling you, this consultation will change your life forever. I just did one last week, and it was amazing to watch the person's face as I could tell what we were talking about was literally reconstructing their thought process. And I want to do that for you too, because I'm living an abundant life and I'm doing it without restraint or constraint. And every day of my life, I am purposed to be authentic. Ah! See that writing back there on the wall? That was my writings today as I'm writing down vision. And I want to share with you some of the tricks of the trade that has allowed me to live the abundant life I'm living now. So anyway, I'll be coming on. Mark your calendars or whatever you need every day, either an upload, and I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do this until I get tired for some own personal goals I have. So like, share, subscribe, comment, let somebody know. Please, if you find value, like, share, subscribe, comment. I will see y'all. Oh, follow me on all social media at VTerrell Hill. All the information you need to contact me is inside the write-up in the description. Be blessed. Bye.